Hi everyone, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about why I don't drink alcohol and my experience since I stopped drinking it. So a little history lesson about my past with drinking. Just keeping in mind that this is way back when I was eating a standard American diet also, and I had absolutely no idea about anything to do with health and wellness. So I started drinking when I was in high school, when I was 15 years old. I binged on alcohol on the weekends with my friends at parties, not only because it was the cool thing to do, but because I enjoyed the way that it made me feel. I felt a lot more comfortable in my skin and I felt like I didn't have a care in the world. So I drank like this until I was about 21 years old, and this is when I got really sick and I realized that I couldn't participate in certain lifestyle practices that I was used to, and one of those being drinking alcohol. I would keep trying to go out with my friends, and then after like a few sips of alcohol, I would get this really big headache, I would feel sick and really nauseous. And tired as well. Drinking and partying was a big part of my life back then, and I got really angry with my body for not being able to cope with drinking anymore. From there, my health continued to keep spiraling downhill, and I couldn't keep forcing myself to drink anymore. So I stopped going out altogether and drinking, and I thought, okay, I will stop this all for now. I'll heal my body and then I'll be able to go back to drinking afterwards. Little did I know that that was definitely not going to be the case. Since then, I have been on a healing journey incorporating many different practices that have cleansed my mind, my body, and my spirit. And raw veganism, eating only raw fruits and vegetables, has played a huge part in that. So on an emotional level, alcohol acts as a drug and it suppresses and numbs our emotions. So without this practice in my life, I really had to dive deep and deal with certain emotions and confront certain things in my life that I hadn't dealt with before. Slowly over time, I began to feel comfortable in my skin and comfortable with who I am as a person, comfortable just being me. And I find it easy now to do certain things that I couldn't before, like approaching people who I don't know and just striking up a conversation with them. Whereas before, I would need that drink or two to relax and gain that extra confidence. Now I don't need to be under the influence. I can sing and dance in front of others without needing to drink for motivation. I have learned to love myself for who I truly am. So much so that I don't want to be consuming anything that is going to make me act like anyone other than my authentic true self. When I look back, I realized that alcohol brought out a unpredictable behavior in me, and I often found myself saying things to my friends or reacting in a certain way that I would later regret. I would lose my sense of control, and I find this happens a lot with drinking, and it creates an environment full of anger, guilt, and resentment. And I simply do not want to be a part of an environment like that anymore. I love spending time with people who I know are completely themselves, and it's in a space that is honest and safe. On a physical level, I have cleansed my body so much and I have purified my blood that I simply could never fathom putting alcohol into my body ever again. I respect my body and I don't want to put anything inside of it that is going to harm it in any way. Alcohol is a poison. It is a foreign substance, which is why we throw up when we drink too much of it. And it contributes to an acidic environment in the body, which creates an ideal breeding ground for disease to thrive. It causes weight gain and dehydration, and it literally kills your brain cells. It acts as a drug by making you feel that high when you drink it, and then when you stop drinking it, you calm down. And it causes this vicious cycle where you start thinking about when the next party is or when your next drink will be. And this cycle can also contribute to depression as well. It stresses your liver and kidneys a lot, and it also alters your perception of reality. By quitting drinking alcohol, you will regain your health. You will build real, solid, healthy relationships. You will save so much money. You will gain natural energy. Your sleep will improve. Your skin complexion will become beautiful and clear and glowing. You will feel refreshed in the morning, and you will never have to nurse a hangover again. You can experience more happiness and so many more things. So in saying all of this, I want to be very, very clear that I do not judge anybody who drinks. I don't think they are bad people at all. We are all on our own journey, on our own unique health path. And for some, that may include drinking alcohol, whether that's drinking 1 or 2 glasses of wine per night or binge drinking on the weekend. I simply want to bring light to the effects that alcohol can have on a person, and I just wanted to share my personal experience since I stopped drinking it. So I truly believe in doing things in life that align with your highest values, and this is key to achieve inner peace and happiness. And my highest value above anything else is my health, and I choose to not put anything into my body that is going to affect it in a negative way. I choose to embody every single part of me, and I choose to become the healthiest and best version of myself. I choose to focus on my goals, and I choose to remember every moment in my life. I choose happiness, and happiness for me does not include drinking alcohol because it affects who I truly am, and it prevents me becoming and evolving into the woman that I aspire to be. And I made this video because I know that there are many people out there who are trying to heal their bodies and become the healthiest versions of themselves. And there are people out there who are trying to live differently to the norm. They're chasing their goals and creating their ideal life, and they are tired of wasting days feeling hungover and sick. But I also understand that it can be hard because drinking is such a big and normal part of society these days, and when you try and choose to not drink, people can be confronted with peer pressure from their friends or their family. So I encourage you, if drinking alcohol does not align with your highest values, whether that's your health or your relationships, your work or your family, have the courage, have the strength to stand up for what you believe in and make that change and give it up so that you can truly live in alignment with who you are. I'd love to know if you drink alcohol, or if you've given up drinking alcohol, or if you want to give up drinking alcohol. Leave me a comment down below and let me know your experience. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel as well. I do new videos every Thursday. I will see you guys next week. Bye!